Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Men of Yoshiwara, Ohgiya, and we are doing our last part today. We are going to get Gakuto's happy ending, and then we're going to do the date and the sequel scenario. So let's just hop into chapter 10 and skip through, and then we'll just choose the worst possible choices, I guess. Just to get our happy ending. That must have been painful. I'm sure it was very painful. If you compare that to Yoshino's pain, it's trivial. Every time I see Yoshi, I think we're saying Yoshiwara. I don't know why. I'm sure he's very grateful for you. I hope so. I softly wipe the tears that streamed down his face. When I do, it's been years since I've cried. Okay, here we go. We don't have too much to read here. We're gonna do that because that's the worst choice. Imitating Gakuto, I prayed for the happiness of his friends. I hope that such lovely people will somehow find happiness. After putting my hands together, I opened my eyes. Gakuto looked up at the moonlit sky and muttered a few words. Honestly, you are my last customer. And then, okay, yeah. Well, there you go. That was easy. So, now we're gonna do this. No, we don't need to do that. The last chapter. Taking over the business. Wait, the ear itches. Sorry. Anyway. Even after Gakuto's rebellion, there were still rumors floating around about him. Things like him being Yoshiwara's #1 passionate man, or calling him the lady killer from Yoshiwara. I mean, it's kind of funny. The shop also became a target of much of the criticism. There were many people concerned with the current condition of the Yoshiwara Pleasure District. The anger and resentment within both Gakuto and I could not be expressed in words. With these feelings inside of him, Gakuto rushed up to an afternoon storefront in a hurry. Hey, are you guys finished getting ready? Those who visited their family shrines need to get ready for work. Gakuto was once again raising his voice today, urging the courtesans to leave. All the courtesans had started running back to their shops at the first sight of him. Absent-mindedly yawning, he put his hand on the shrine and pushed on the head. It rattled repeatedly. What the hell is going on? They never do anything right. Oh, that's me. It must be hard for you. Are you okay? Yeah, it is a little hard, though. Although looking troubled, he smiled. Without a problem, Gakuto and I became a real married couple, but due to both of our wishes, Gakuto remained in Yoshiwara to be the brothel keeper of Ohgiya. So he's now Iroha. Okay. The previous brothel keeper had said they were retiring soon. However, larger than that was his desire to protect the district and maintain order. Spacey, weren't you busy helping at the Somei's shop today? Yes, that's what I thought. But plans changed and I became free, so I came over here. So we're married, but he lives in Yoshiwara running the shop and we don't. That's weird, but I mean, it's not really long distance. It's like one town over, but... I see. Then how about you wait in the room? After I make sure all the courtesans are displayed, I'll take a short rest. Okay, I understand. Be a good girl. Gakuto. He gently touched the cheek of the infant I carried in my arms. Oh my god, we had a baby? Well? Kee! I instantly lowered my eyes and looked at Gakuto and my own child. My chest welled up with happiness. After waiting a short while, see, they just ruined his whole entire route by making us have a baby. Like... But, oh my god. But look at the fucking baby! It's actually cute as shit! Sorry to keep you. Let me hold the baby. Gakuto entered the brothel keeper's room and pulled the child up out of my arms. The child innocently laughed and clung to its father. They keep saying it, but I mean, so are you saying, is it a boy? Is it a girl? Like, are you trying to hide that? You always come late, so I feel like I need to let the baby see you in the afternoon sometimes. What? Are you criticizing me? I come home every day and look after you both. It's not criticism. I mean, we are the ones who chose this life. There aren't many children on this island with a father like this either. It's a blessing. Then why do you look so dissatisfied? Because I have a fucking baby and that makes me miserable and I want kids. You've got it wrong. Are you unhappy because I don't have as much time for you now? His mischievous look carried a slight sense of fascination. I became flustered and looked away. I'm a mother now. I don't think about that kind of thing. Come the fuck on. Oh, well, I can only be a mom now, bitch. Stop that. But to me, you'll be a lovely woman for as long as we live. Kakuto, you're looking at the child. I guess I'll have to continue this when I get back home. Just once. Kakuto slightly brushes my face and smiles profoundly. Madam, have you already returned? Though he had been waiting out in front of Ohgiya, Musashi straightened his figure when he saw me. As I already had a child of my own, I became the successor of the Some business. Therefore, Musashi began to call me Madam, and my mother, Lady of the House. However, it wasn't something that I could easily get used to. Yes, there's not much more here that I can help out with, so it's rather lonesome. But courtesans work at night, so he's the manager of the shop. Wouldn't he have to work nights? She's like, you keep coming home late. But he works nights, so yeah, he's gonna come home at like 2 in the morning. Not even, he's gonna come home at like 6 when you're getting up. It's weird. If you'd like me to look after your daughter, please leave it to me anytime. Yes, you did look after me when I was a child as well. Yes. But no matter whether the child is with me or not, coming here seems to be difficult. Kakuto doesn't let me do anything to help. Maybe it's difficult to ask you, madam. Oh, I don't think Kakuto is that reserved of a man. Maybe so. However... That was the worst. The child in my arms reached her hand out to Musashi, so he let her hold on as we walked. At this rate, she's going to think that he's her father. I half jokingly thought to myself. Late that night, dead in the middle of night, after everyone had gone to sleep, feeling something wrapped gently around my body, I awoke from my slumber. Spacey. Kakuto? Kakuto had come back from Ohgiya, wrapped his arms around me. Remaining horizontal, I changed positions and gazed at him in the darkness. Welcome home. Sorry to be so late again. No, it must have been a rough day. Yes, you can sleep if you'd like. I'll be right here. Kakuto hugged me gently, saying this in a soothing voice. But if you aren't too tired, I'd like to talk. He's like, fuck, I shouldn't have woke you up. I'm fine. Trying not to wake up the sleeping child, we quietly got out of bed. I turned on a dim lantern in the room. Well, God, you can't possibly be having sex then if the baby's in the room with you. Like, it needs its own room! Kakuto pulled alcohol out from somewhere and began to drink. Surprisingly, there's really not much of a chance for brothel keepers to drink. It's like you need something to hold on to. Only alcohol is... No. If I have you, that's more than enough. Are you sure? Is he blushing? He absolutely fucking is. I've started to get used to Yoshiwara. I see. Anyway, you have a drink too. Okay. He quickly poured the alcohol and shoved it into my hand. He stared at me drinking the alcohol as he told me to. He silently opened his mouth. I'm sorry. We finally became a married couple and all I talk about is Yoshiwara. It's okay. That's what I desired for you to do too. I wondered why he was mentioning that all of a sudden. We had talked about this and agreed together. But this job makes me more restless than I thought. That may be because I even say things to the Vigilance Committee, though. But that's all to keep something bad from happening. Exactly. More than that, you're the most important thing to me. What about our child? Yeah, fuck that. We can have another one. Are you sure it's mine? Me asking Gakuto, are you sure I'm the mother? I don't know if I trust you. This afternoon you look depressed. Will you tell me what's really on your mind? What's really on my mind? I wonder. There's something constantly stuck in my heart, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what's there, making it feel so heavy. I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? I don't know. It might not be something I should tell you. It doesn't seem like you're simply lonely. That might be part of it. You're really busy with work. What else? What else? At a loss, I ponder the question. Kakuto reaches his hand out and gently grasps mine. He really is someone with intense emotions. He may sometimes be rude, but he really is nice to everyone. Kakuto, what do you think a married couple really is? Is it when a man and a woman spend time, not bought by money, together? Or are the documents what are important? You want me to tell you the definition of a married couple? I don't know. It is without doubt that you're my husband, but... The hand he had grasped gently just earlier started to feel pained as his grip tightened. Then, he quickly pulled me close to him and hugged me. Kakuto? You're right. We are married, but maybe a little more distant than most couples. But if there's a kind of relationship you desire, I'm sure that will be fine. And just tell me what you want. As I was embraced by the one I love, his sweet aroma drifted into my chest. I needed to face my own wants head on. That's when I realized, I want to support you more. I want a reason to be by your side. My support. Us being independent from each other may be a very good thing, but I think more than supporting each other, becoming stronger together is a marriage's benefit. It's strange. I feel like I'm already really supported by you. I'm just being greedy, aren't I? No, I want to make your desires true. How can I satisfy you? Is it possible for me to be enrolled in the Vigilance Committee too? What? Kakuto's arm, which was wrapped tightly around me, suddenly loosened as he stared at me. It's a dangerous job. There's no way I would let you do it. But I want to be your strength. There's no point in looking on from the outside. But... No. Okay. I'll talk it over with them. Really? I'll say my darling wife wants to work with me. If we put emphasis on that, they'll be more likely to cooperate, right? Kakuto... Moreover, it's both of our dreams to make sure nothing bad ever happens in Yoshiwara again. Yes. Taking each other's hands, we locked eyes in silent agreement. This was our future. The future of the Yoshiwara Pleasure District. And consequently, the future of this island. Staring at each other, we took an oath. An oath never to let a tragedy like that happen again. For grief never to return. We had found our collaboration, our purpose as husband and wife. We swore by it. Okie dokie. Now we get to do all endings, achievement unlocked, woo! Okay, sequel. Come this way! Several months after Gakuto had become the brothel keeper, okay, so this is after the happy ending, carrying a homemade lunch, I headed into Ohgiya. Hey, what are you guys thinking, wasting time talking about such trivial things? I heard Gakuto's angry voice all the way from the front of the shop. With a bitter smile, I passed under the sign of the shop I had traveled by so many times. Are you not going to get ready? Hurry it up. Get going. Wow, Gakuto, you're as strict as ever. Room holding courtesan. What if they don't have a room? Do they just, like, entertain women in the hallway? What the fuck? Like, I guess maybe if they don't have a room, then they're just, like, there as, like, kind of like a geisha would be. Like, you're an apprentice, you're helping people out, you're doing all these other menial tasks, but you're not actually... Maybe you're dancing and, like, entertaining in the banquets, but you're not actually, like, entertaining alone. So, like, that would kind of suck. It would take you forever to wipe off your debt, huh? Let's go, boys! Just as Gakuto's sharp voice had instructed, the courtesans returned to their post. Or you're like the dude in the window. Hey, dancing in the window. It's fucking weird. Just then, Gakuto caught sight of me. His harsh expression softened. Spacey, what's wrong? You forgot your lunch this morning, so I thought I'd bring it to you. My lunch? Sorry. Walking towards me, Gakuto took the small parcel wrapped in cloth from my hands. He's like, you mean you? No, I'm dessert. Seeing this, the servant boy snickered. Gakuto, you were such a hard ass until just a moment ago. Yeah, you've completely changed when you're around Spacey. Hey, what did I just tell you? Oh, the hard ass is back. Gakuto caught hold of the laughing boys, scooping them up in his arms. He's like a completely different person than that man who was obsessed with revenge. Come to think of it, Gakuto's always been good at taking care of people. Gakuto, the servant boys really have taken a liking to you. Are you kidding me? Most of them just waste precious time. Even while saying this, he looked at the young boys with kind eyes. Then another young servant appeared and clung onto Gakuto's legs.
Sir, what happened to your promise to play with me this afternoon?
Playing tag, huh? I don't remember making any kind of promise.
You did! You can't have forgotten, Gakuto!
This is so adorable, but it's so sad because you're like, these little kids, play with us, okay, and then you're like, we're going to turn you into whores, and you're just going to sell your bodies to it. This is, and he's like looking at them lovingly, like, they're such good kids that we're going to whore out later. They're literally property. Oh my god, it's just so, like, you think it's so cute. You're like, it's so cute. He's like interacting with the kids, and that's adorable. He's like a dad figure that's gonna pour him. And then when you realize what's gonna happen to these kids, it just gets kind of depressing. It's like, oh, well, that got dark. Ugh. Oh, I guess you're right. His brave face crumbling, he looked at me for reassurance. I am so fucking tired. I am so exhausted. Spacey, do you want to help? Help with tag? Yeah, there's no way I can handle all these damn kids on my own. Sure, that's no problem. I laughed and Gakuto breathed a sigh of relief. Then he looked away, defeated. Seeing this funny sight made me laugh again. Seeing such a masculine guy with this side was really a fantastic sight. And like that, today's activity was decided. After lunch, we headed inside the brothel with the servant boys.
Gakuto is it first! Over here, follow the sound of my hands!
With their cute voices yelling in excitement, the boys ran away from Gakuto. Blindfolded, Gakuto... This way...
Ah, run away!
That's not how you play tag. Blindfolded tag, trip and fall and hurt. The lawsuits! Oh, they got away. One of the boys nearly missed getting caught by Gakuto. I mean, seriously, he's got no depth perception. It should be easy to get away from. He's taller than you, though, so... Sorry.
Hey, Miss Spacey, you need to run too!
Yes, I should.
Over here!
Follow the sound of my hands. Together with the children, I faced Gakuto and clapped my hands together. That must be Spacey. I'm going to get you. Ah, that was a close one. Too bad. Well, you're quicker than I thought you'd be. You won't be able to catch me that easily. Teasingly, I laughed and turned towards Gakuto and clapped again. It was kind of nice watching the hands that always wrap around me being waved in the air. Although I had planned to just keep watch of the kids, I started to enjoy myself more and more. This way. Right? This is a pillar, isn't it? Too bad I was behind it. Then how about here? Oh, that was close. Maybe next time. Like returning to my childhood, I have lots of fun. Then before long...
Gakuto! We know you like Miss Spacey, but you're only chasing after her. Yeah, that's not very nice. We want to be chased too.
The young boys became angry and ripped off Gakuto's blindfold. Oh, was I? I'm sorry. I was having so much fun I forgot about the children. She forgot she had one too, I bet.
Okay, then how about Miss Spacey is it next?
What, me?
Yeah, yay!
It looks like they're taking a liking to you as well. I wonder... let me put the blindfold on you. Okay, it's not the time for that. We're supposed to be playing tag with kids. Later. Okay. Just as I think he may whisper into my ear, his large hands covered my eyes. He placed a cloth over them and my vision was snatched away. All right, and try to use our voices to find us. Huh? The instant his hand left my body, I was alone.
Ah, run away! This way!
Around me, the children ran merrily. This way?
Ah,
Huh. Almost, but not quite. I was more left.
Gakuto, this is so unfair. You can't tell her.
Okay, sorry. I heard the loud claps of hands again. That must be Gakuto. Gakuto? Is he farther than I thought? Or could he be closer? I never thought it'd be so difficult to judge distance without your eyesight. Now you understand how it is for him. He only has half his eyesight.
Kee! Ah!
In the darkness, the children's voices, one by one, say,
"Over here!"
Right as I turned, I heard the voice of a young boy. I reach out my hand and I took a step where the floorboard should be, but nothing was there. Watch out! I heard a sharp voice call out from behind me. Then... Huh? Just as I felt someone gently catch me, the blindfold slid down. This would be the perfect place for a CG, like what the hell? Gakuto? Peeking from the gap in the cloth, I saw Gakuto's pale face. Do we not have CGs in? We might not have CGs in these ones. I don't remember. Well, I don't remember, even though we just did a bunch of other routes, but okay, anyway. Are you okay? His long fingers pulled the remainder of cloth off. It seemed that I had almost fallen off the porch. I'm sorry. I'm not injured. I'm glad. Sighing with relief, he narrowed one eye. Sorry for troubling you with both work and childcare. Be more careful. I will. Being embraced by his manly arms, I squirmed in embarrassment. But you don't have to hold on to me that tight. If I don't, you'll do something unreasonable again. Stop worrying me so much. Gakuto. The arms that had supported me began to skillfully change to a hug. His lips traced from my earlobes to my neck. His lips changed to a kiss. Why is my husband so prone to worrying? He's always quick to pamper me, but his soft lips and gentle hands are so lovely. And Spacey, I love you. As a married couple, it's normal to worry. Okay. I simply took in both his words and his kisses. That's when I suddenly realized, weren't we here to keep the kids company? Oh no, Gakuto, the children are watching. Yeah? I pushed his arm aside and looked around.
Oh no, they noticed us.
With bright red faces, the boys began to run away. I mean, they gotta get used to seeing this shit, because they're gonna have to start doing this shit sooner or later. Well, that was embarrassing. I covered my red, flushed cheeks with both hands. One servant boy left said,
You're quite alike after all. It was a great show.
Just because you live in the district doesn't mean you can talk like that. The break has been over for quite a while. Get back to work.
Gakuto is a hard ass again.
In a hurry, the last child ran over to the door. I was so embarrassed, all I could do was slump next to Gakuto. What are you embarrassed about? Isn't it obvious? Doing this kind of thing while it's still light out doesn't embarrass you? My wife says funny things. Well, what's funny? With a look of composure, he once again wrapped his arms around me. His romantic lips came close, and he whispered, Is there a reason a former courtesan should feel ashamed? I should be able to hold the one I love anytime I feel like it. Saying this, he traced my lips with his fingertips. He's so cunning. If he says something like this, there's no way I could say anything back. Rather, the delight might spill from my chest. Stop! What about your work? Oh, right. For my lovely Spacey, I must work hard. At last, he let go of my body. But before parting, his lips spoke these words. Spacey, wait patiently for my return at home. I'll leave early today and make sure you get the affection you need. With a laugh of self-confidence, he walked off and passed from view towards the back of the brothel. I once again covered my flushed cheeks with my hands. There was nothing else to do but hang my head in shame. Come this way, Finn. Okay. Now it's time for the date scenario. The monster cat prank. This was a day after learning about Gakuto's past and frequently visiting Ohgiya. This night, as well, our rendezvous had ended, and as the dead of night set in, I prepared to return home. So sometimes you don't spend the night. I guess you pay more if you spend the night than if you leave early? Anyway. Spacey, are you gonna leave tonight?
It's already so late. I thought certainly you would stay at Gakuto's.
Recently, the streets are dangerous at night. Gakuto had called on them, but they were doing their best to restrain me. Their facial expressions showed worry. Their gazes looked almost lonely. It may indeed be dangerous, but I have Musashi with me. But it's already the middle of the night. Why are they trying so hard to stop me? It's not as if I had planned to stay the night tonight anyway. Just then, Gakuto's figure in a kimono emerged from the bedroom. If you keep being so persistent, you're going to put Spacey on the spot. It's not like I called for you two to stop her. Your job is to take her to the gate safely.
But, sir, it's already late.
Exactly. Maybe you should try to tell her to stay. You're not taking her safety into consideration. Utsusemi, are you scolding me? That's not what I meant by it. Utsusemi lowered his voice and shrugged. Anyway, Spacey, you're busy, right? Yes. But if you really insist, I'll stay a bit longer. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Their faces suddenly lit up. They're like, you need to stay with Gakuto because he's crazy and he needs you. But just for a little while. I have to go home tonight. I looked toward Gakuto. Oh, you made time. Then let's... Huh? Gakuto! He grabbed onto my arm and pulled me into a dimly lit room. From outside of the sliding door, Utsusemi could hear us. What do you think you're doing? They're not stupid. They may be suspecting something. Oh. With his strong arms, he embraced my lower back. I felt a bitter ringing through my heart. Feeling a slight relief at his masculine courtesan character, I smiled. Gakuto, when I touch you like this, I feel like my heart floats off somewhere, even though my heart is dark and polluted. Taking my chin in his long fingers, his gallant lips touched mine. Spacey. I was just like, No, it's I can't. Is that trying to say yes while you're kissing me? I never know. He took my tongue into his mouth. Just trying to... Okay, you're kissing someone and then they suck your tongue into their mouth. I mean, if you put your tongue in someone's mouth, that's one thing. Like, you were initiating. But this sounds more like he's, like, literally forcing your tongue into his mouth. And I'm just... Try to imagine that in your head and see how fucking awkward that seems. Wow. It was almost like a poison. Although his heart was full of terrible things, I still felt at ease by this intoxication. Gakuto, I can't do this. Why? Are you embarrassed by them being on the other side of the door? I suddenly felt my cheeks flush. I mean, they should leave the room. Oh, right. We weren't quite alone. I tightly grasped his kimono and peered toward the doors. That was when... From the dimly lit area, a mysterious figure passed by. Was that a person or a ghost? The figure was well known, with large ears. What's wrong? Are you scared of me? No, that's not it. I saw a strange shadow on the other side of that door. Shadow? Yes, it was a mysterious human figure with cat-like ears. A monster cat. Don't say that kind of thing! Well, don't you seem frightened? Are you not a fan of ghost stories? That's not true! It's just... You're bluffing. If not, you wouldn't be shaking so much. Seeing my face go pale, Gakuto stifled his laughter. You know there's no such thing. You saw a figure on the other side of the door, right? Yes? Taking the door handle into his hand. Stop! Please! Just as I raised my voice, he pulled the door open.
Oh, what's wrong?
Huh? See? I told you there was nothing. Ohgiya.
Yes, that's me.
I heard a young adolescent laugh from the other side of the screen door. Did I just see wrong earlier? And did my cute friend here look like a monster cat? No, that's not it. I guess something you've seen once doesn't leave your memory so easily. I clung onto Gakuto's chest. The young boy's cheeks were stained a light pink. Seeing this, Utsusemi says, Hey, Ohgiya, let's not get in their way.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Please don't let me disturb you.
Vigorously bowing his head, he shut the screen door. What was that? Did he not notice anything? Laughing, Gakuto shrugged. Are you still scared? Gakuto, it's just... Suddenly he wrapped his arms around my lower waist. I changed my mind. You're staying here tonight. Huh? I'm saying I want to be by your side. If I am, you won't be scared of any monster cats, right? Saying this in my ear in a low, deep voice, I felt goosebumps run down my spine. Or Am I scarier than a monster cat? I mean, a little, but of course not. You're sexier than a monster cat. You may be right. A guy like me might snatch you up and eat you up. His voice poured into my ears, making my heart tremble. Purred into my ears would have been a really fucking great use of a pun here. Wait, we're talking about monster cats and you purr into me. That's good. I like that. That's funny. You're funny. That's good. Then, his soft lips came close to my earlobe. You know I'm joking. It's okay, and don't be afraid. I'll hold you like this until morning. Okay? Kissing my forehead, he wrapped his arms around my body again. I wonder why I was so scared. Is what I was afraid of the ghost? Or the person right in front of me? Or even love in Yoshiwara? Spacey. Pondering these questions, with Gakuto's big body wrapped around me, I shut my eyes. Somehow this made everything disappear, almost like a dream. With that, the night closed. I woke up to the daylight streaming through the latticed window. Where's Gakuto? Lying on the bed was me alone. Touching the strangely empty bed, I realized the sheets were still warm. Looking for Gakuto, I left the room and... So it was your prank after all.
Ouch, Gakuto! I said you don't need to hit me. Alright, he was thinking about the two of you.
I could hear them talking from the other side of the door. What do they mean, prank? Gakuto? Good morning, Spacey. Did you sleep well? Yes, but... Peeking my head out from behind the screen door, I looked between Gakuto and the two boys. They sat on the ground as if they were being punished. Did something happen?
No, that... I'm sorry, it was an impulse.
Seemingly astonished, Gakuto opened his mouth. The figure you saw last night seems to have been a prank that these two thought up. Huh?
No, we just wanted you two to stay together a little longer. Right? Utsusemi thought of the plan and I dressed up as the cat. Courtesan Gakuto, you just look so peaceful when you're around Miss Spacey.
Are you stupid? There's no way that would be okay if Spacey's actually scared.
Ouch! I said you don't even hit me. It wasn't only me.
Ohgiya is still in training, so you should be able to take responsibility. If you put it like that. Utsusemi turned away, and Ohgiya sat there trembling. Even knowing what they had done, I still felt a little sorry for them. Don't scold them too harshly. Why? You were so scared. But thanks to them, we were also able to spend the night together. And... what? Thanks to Gakuto sleeping next to me until morning, I was finally able to feel at ease around him again. There was no way I could tell him this.
Oh.
Is it something you can't say if we're here?
Ohgiya, let's get going.
Okay. Ohgiya and Utsusemi left the room in high spirits. Hey, we're not done with his conversation. What's with them? Making their training for play. What? Mistaking their training for play. Oh, okay. Sighing several times, Gakuto looked towards their figures walking away. I don't think that's so. Because of their consideration, I was able to spend the night with you. As I snuggled close to him, he slanted his eyes. If you say so, there's nothing more I can do. Right? Yes. Hugging me, our lips touched gently. Since we're together, how about getting some breakfast? Okay. With my lips still warm from the kiss, we ate breakfast. From the window, the cool morning breeze blew between us. The monster cat prank. Finn. There you go. That was Gakuto's whole entire route. This is our lovely only... Yeah, I guess we don't get CGs. We get this one. Daddy Gakuto. He's not wearing his feather boa, though, so I'm a little disappointed, all I'm saying. But, yeah. I just don't... I'm so freaking tired. If not, like, I wanted to sleep so bad yesterday. I was so stressed out, because, like, there's a leak in a pipe. If you follow me on Twitter, you've seen this from weeks ago, because by the time... I'm ahead of recording, so I didn't get any recording done, because the plumber was here for 6 freaking hours, working... and trying to fix it and whatever, and then eventually like the maintenance people and the office managers were like they're gonna just have to turn my water off, and they'll have to come back the next day. And I'm like, so I had no water all fucking night. Like, oh my god. So they came back and they fixed it in an hour, but they had to cut off so much fucking shit in the walls to be able to get to where the leak was, because it was like behind a pipe. So like, oh my god. So just stressed out, but it's also like, I enjoy, like, after work, like, okay, I can record, I can watch some stuff on YouTube, I can have some fun. I couldn't do that. I was sitting here like reading stuff on my phone, or I tried to read a book, but it's like, if I'm not in the mode, like if I want to read a book, I read a book. But if I don't want to read a book and then I sit there and try to read, it's like, no, I don't want to do this. I was just like so angsty, like, I don't want to do this, I just want to play my games or something, or watch TV, but I can't because it's weird. Like, there's someone in your house. It's not like, well, I live in a mansion and like the butler can watch them and I'll just go to the other wing and do whatever. No, it's like you're sitting in the living room. Like, that's awkward to me. Like, I'm gonna watch whatever I want to watch. I don't know. It's weird. I've always been like that. Like, if anyone is visiting my house, it's like, oh, what do you want to watch? Yeah, we can watch this movie. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, I watch this show, or I watch people play games on YouTube, so we're gonna watch that. Like, I don't do that. I'm always very accommodating to like the people in my house, and I kind of hate that because nobody that I know like is interested in the shit that I am. So it's like, it's not gonna be like, yeah, cool, let's go watch this. Let's watch anime. Nobody wants to watch anime with me. Like, so it's like, oh yeah, no. I mean, what do you do for fun? Nothing. Nothing I do for fun anybody wants to do with me. So it's like, so it's like I've always just been like awkward. Like, some people would probably be like, oh yeah, no, there's a plumber in my house, but I'm gonna leave my TV on. I don't give a shit. I can't do that. Like, it feels weird. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna sit here with the TV on. Like, I guess it also feels weird to me too. Like, I'm just gonna sit here chilling out with the TV on, eating some snacks while you're like going in and out. Like, cool, bro, keep working. And I'm just, it's weird. So I'm sitting there on my phone. I'm like texting my mom and my sisters, or like tried to read, but I couldn't get into it. And I was just like, 6 fucking hours of like not being able to like record or do anything, and then I was so fucking exhausted, and then I couldn't sleep because I was just like stressed out because I'm like, I don't have fucking water, and like what if they come back in the morning and it takes a motherfucking day and I don't get my, like, after I log out of work I get to just do my fun shit for the evening, and that's like, oh my god. I was just like, oh my god. And it's such a nice fucking day, and I should have gone for a goddamn walk, but it was like, by the time they finished that, lunchtime was like, I have to take a fucking shower now. Like, and then it was like, and then I'm so behind. Like, I'm not really behind on recording. I'm like way the fuck ahead. Like, but I need to stay as far ahead as possible while I have the time to record as much stuff. So I'm sorry I yawned a million times because I'm fucking exhausted. And I'm just like, oh my god, I was literally sitting here just like finishing watching something. Like, okay, I'll record in a bit. And I was like, I could take a nap. I could pass the fuck out right now. And then I won't be able to sleep. So sorry if the things you're watching over the next, like, couple of days is me yawning, because I'll be recording a bunch of different shit. So anyway. But that was Men of Yoshiwara Ohgiya. So we are done with that. We have a whole new game coming, not tomorrow, obviously, but in the next part. I think you're gonna like it. I love it so far. I did actually record, not yesterday, but the day before, I recorded a part. I was like, you know what? I got some time. I'm just going to start that one instead of recording the end of this. Holy fucking shit. It's so much fun already. So I think we're going to have a blast with that. And, I'm not necessarily sure. Around the time when this is ending, I think Nightshade is ending too. So we'll have 2 new games coming roughly around sometime in the next few days. I'm not 100% sure when Nightshade ends and when this one ends. Like, this one ends a couple days before or a week before or whatever, but they're around the same time. So this month is going to be the end of, well, okay, this goes up I think at the end of April. So May has a bunch of new games. Yeah, I think Nightshade continues into May. So but anyway, so May is going to be bringing you lots of new games. At least 2, possibly 3. It depends on the game that takes after this. If I think some people, I think it's, from what I estimated, it might be like 15 hours or so. Maybe a little bit longer, but it's not going to be as long as this, so maybe, depending on how long it goes, maybe it'll wrap up at the end of May to get a new game in, or what, but I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, this was enjoyable. I actually think I liked this one a little bit better than Kikuya, and I enjoyed Kikuya, I really did. But I think I liked the stories in this one a little bit better. I don't know if it just felt like they went a little bit faster, like maybe the pacing was a little bit better, if that's what it was, you know what I mean? Where you're not like, okay, I mean, time-wise, I think the chapters were all the same, but maybe it just felt a little more engaging with the stories. That being said, Gakuto, I love him to death because he's our sexy Bond villain, right? But I think overall, I did enjoy Takagawa's route. I think I might have actually enjoyed Asagiri's route the most. I don't know. But Ageha worked really well with her. They're both naive and innocent and adorable together. Me, personally, he's not my favorite just because he's like the lolly boy, but the two of them together, the MC and him together, are perfectly cute, and I liked the way they worked together, and it was just like this like passionate Romeo and Juliet thing. Like, no, we need each other, and it's like, that's so cute and adorable, and I love it. It's like insta-love. It was cute. Utsusemi was still great, because he's not at all what I thought. I thought he was going to be a little bit cockier, but he's actually like a little bit softer and sweeter. Takagawa had a little bit of an attitude, but I like that we were mean to him. Like, we were like such a bitch in the beginning. We're like so mean to him for no reason. And I'm like, I kind of dig that we weren't a doormat. And him being like the little childhood friend, kind of always in love with us. I didn't see that one coming. And I didn't think Gakuto was going to be like this at all. So, I mean, they all kind of surprised me a little bit. But anyway, I enjoyed this, and I will see you around in other games. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.